And we're live. Hola, mi amigos, ¿cómo estás? Know thyself and all thy infinite potential. What an amazing theme. The theme, our main directive for this existence. To know thyself and all thy infinite potential. Surprise live. Happy Monday. I am so excited about today. This is the first nice day of weather that I've seen since November. And it's like 64 degrees and super humid. I love it. And what's funny is I woke up this morning before sunrise, and my inner guidance, which I am listening to and following far more now, said, go walk. Before I did anything else, not even have a cup of coffee, I just walked out the door. Before sunrise, I got to see the sun come up. And I walked and I walked and I walked, and I'm going to go walk again. I've got so much to do, so much on my plate right now. For those of you know what I've been working on behind the scenes. Shh, no spoilers. I'm going to be making a big announcement soon. Very soon. And, but I love it so much. It feels so grounding. I'm barefoot right now in shorts. And you see me out here in blizzards and whiteouts and actually we've got tornado weather tonight, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, really brutally cold winter and spring. So this is the first nice day. The chipmunks are out. I'm so happy. They've been in hibernation for 5 months. They must be so hungry and ready to mate. So I put some food out for them. Anyway, I feel so happy right now. And it's not just the weather. I just happy for no reason. So elated. I just had to jump on here and share it with you. Share my vibration. I feel so happy. And for no reason. I want to run naked through the streets. Or my backyard. My neighbors already know I'm weird. Yes, I associate nudity with happiness. I feel so good right now, and I wanted to share that with you. And what a fantastic and powerful theme. Know thyself and all thy infinite potential, our main directive for this existence. Etched on the walls of the Temple of Apollo, championed by Socrates, or so I understand it. Know thyself. And why this is so important to know thyself. How can you love yourself if you don't know yourself? Thereby, how can you love others? And that is also our main directive, unconditional love, unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, unconditional love. How can you love everything and everybody if you don't love yourself? And you have to know yourself. And I have been called to a very intense season recently over the last few months of deep, profound, and illuminating, revelatory self-inquiry. And some of you are also following that path of initiation right now. And it's intense. It's intense to rigorously, through deep dedication, dissect oneself, to know thyself. And it can be scary to look in the mirror, to know the truth. But sooner or later, every soul that came here to ascend the frequencies, because not all souls have that, but many souls came here to ascend the frequencies, to evolve. Sooner or later, that deep calling of the soul, of the higher self, is going to reverberate through one's beingness to you. There is no other path but to know thyself and to go into that deep self-inquiry. And some of you are going through it right now. And I applaud you. Bravo. It's not for the faint of heart. Although every soul within the next 10 to 20 years that's on the path of ascension will want to do this. And I can share this with you as I'm still not out of the woods, but I'm happy to express now, because I was in hermitage for a while. And I fully support solitude and hermitage, by the way. Absolutely, you need it. I'm happy to express and share what my experience has been to know thyself. And to know thyself truly is to know that you are unlimited. You are a divine spark of God, and we place all these limitations on ourselves from, out of the womb. And I understand it now. I'm far less judgmental than I have ever been. All judgment is, say it with me, self-judgment. When you realize every soul here is just, they're on their own hero's journey. We're all walking each other home, and we're at different paces or levels in the journey, in the path. But we're all on the same ultimate path. And I get it. I get the indoctrination and the programming is intense out of the womb. Oh man, the community that I picked it was extremely restrictive. And many of you know at age 5, I was very activated and observant. And a lot of my superpowers were coming online then, including claircognizance. I could just look at people and know them deeply. And I kept it mostly to myself because I didn't have anyone to relate to. And then, the big fat ego gets in the way with the programming and buying into the formula. I can tell you at age 5, I looked at that formula, the matrix formula of what everybody's supposed to do or be, blind leading the blind in this lifetime, and I said, nope, I do not resonate with that. I didn't even have the word resonant at 5. However, I knew that was not going to be my existence. That wasn't the truth of why we came here. To just all follow along in this formula. And I looked at that at age 5 and I said, nope, that is not why we're here. And I have so much love and compassion and understanding now for every soul that, just eats that hook, line, and sinker, just takes a big old bite and then goes through multiple decades, sometimes the whole 100 laps around the sun before they don't wake up in this lifetime and remember who they truly are. They don't go through that initiation path, that threshold crossing of know thyself and all thy infinite potential. Until they get back to the other side, then they remember, oh yeah, that's what I was there for. Oh man, all right, got to do it again. I mean, what else are you going to do with eternity, right? We are infinite beings of light. We never cease to exist. How is this theme hitting for you on our wonderful, beautiful Monday? My friends know I go deep fast. I do not hold back. Everything from since age 5 was like, what is the mission? Let's just get to the mission and the formula that we were sold, the matrix formula. You got to follow along, don't buck authority, don't question authority, color within the lines, get a good job, go through all the schooling, programming, get that 2.5 kids and house and white picket fence and cars and debt, and then maybe you can retire at 65 and have some fun if you've taken care of your meat suit, your vessel. Hi, John. Hola, mi amigo. ¿Cómo estás? We hail from the other coast. Okay, so Florida, you are in Vero Beach, I think. That's my friend John. Welcome. Yeah, say hi where you're joining from. It doesn't take any warm-up time for me to jump straight into existential, some of the deepest themes and concepts, period. Because anything superficial just does not feel authentic to me, especially as of late. And those who go through its self-inquiry to know thyself and all thy infinite potential, shed all these self-imposed limitations, truly. You're starving for authenticity. Nothing will suffice. Nothing fake, which is a lot of what we see. It doesn't suffice anymore. John says, yep. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, I love Florida. Right now, I feel like I'm in some Florida weather right now, John. It has been a brutal, cold winter and spring, and today I'm finally... I'm so happy. Yeah, say hi where you're joining for what part of the world. Man, this one is loaded with gems. One gem could change your life. And there's some Easter eggs in here. I've got my travel hat on. People ask me like, where are you, Amie? Well, I hail from Wisconsin at the moment. However, not for very long. And big announcements coming up. And I have been working silently behind the scenes, mostly on myself. However, I have been divinely guided to create, to generate. And I feel like there's no doership in it anymore. You could have asked me like a couple months ago, and my big fat ego would have been like, nope, I got to take all the credit. I got to like trademark that and copy that. And everybody's got to know it's me, Amie, the human character, right? Not anymore. Like I want to just, you get your subconscious patterns and programming up to light. And that's why I say know thyself. You illuminate those so that you can actually have dominion over your own mind, which most people do not. And that big fat ego mind identity is not driving the bus of one's incarnation anymore. And you can be in this perpetual flow state, communing with higher self, aka God, source, creator. And it's just like the ideas come through, like the wisdom and the ideas, and I just want to follow that guidance. And it doesn't feel like there's any doership anymore. Like I've got to put my name on it. It's all my credit. Like I will tell you, and I have over the years in live streams and videos, multi-million-dollar ideas. And they're yours. Go, take them, have them. Because is God limited? When you're tapped in, I mean, they're just the flow state, and you're just getting the most amazing ideas if you can get your ego out of the way, which is what I've been working on through this deep self-inquiry. Know thyself. John says, everything is fake and phony and false. Well, when you wake up to that, you're just like, all you thirst for is authenticity, and nothing else will suffice anymore. And every soul that's coming here incarnate to ascend the frequencies, which is amazing because this is the first time in the universe, in the multiverse, that we're actually doing it with our physically focused vessels. Often, or all the other times before, throughout time and space, we drop the meat suit, drop the body, which is not who we are either. It's our avatar. I talk about this a lot. It's like we bought our own cover like a spy who has amnesia, because we do come in with amnesia. We forgot who we truly are. And so to know thyself is our main directive, and all thy infinite potential. And what's amazing is that you have such a, and I've been writing about this a lot, man. I am writing like it's flowing out of me. Soul on paper. And once again, it doesn't even feel like doership. Like I have, the human character, Amie Chilson, will have her name on this book. But like, I used to think like, oh, I want to leave this big old legacy, and I want to have statues and this and that. And like, I could care less anymore. As I am here embodying unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, which means unconditional love and oneness. I mean, that's the purpose. Self-mastery. That's the prize. That's the prize right there. And that's why you'll be hearing from me more and more. Know thyself and all thy infinite potential. Because you start realizing all these self-imposed limitations that have been programmed and indoctrinated, and we just follow along, blind leading the blind, and whole lineages and generations keep this perpetuating cycle of blindness, mostly innocently, until someone wakes up, like Plato's allegory of the cave, and someone wakes up and realizes all those shadows we're scared about, and just like, they're not real. So some soul finally escapes the cave, and the first thing they want to do is run back in and tell all the others, it's not real. All those shadows that you're so enthralled with. There's a whole world out here. Oh my goodness, what an aligned topic. Can you tell I'm on a high? I'm on a high for no reason. Just feeling amazing, and I'm transmitting this energy to you wherever you are in the world. My heart is expanding like nothing else. Can you feel it? And yes, I will have some big announcements coming soon, very, very soon. Exciting times ahead, my friends. Know thyself and all the infinite potential. And back to the lens of compassion, I desire deeply in my path of oneness, of Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, is to unconditionally love, like you would a newborn baby, unconditionally love all souls. You have, and so do I, the capacity to love everything and everybody. And that was such a great example that we were given to by Jesus, Yeshua. I've been thinking about Jesus a lot lately, and not because of Easter. He was way more badass than most people know. So I say, don't believe in Jesus, believe or know as Jesus knew. Embody what Jesus embodied. That's what we're here to do. Jesus was such a great example. Also, one of my teachers, Lester Levinson, left an amazing example. He went, the ultimate was just to go free, and every soul desires that. And whether it's this lifetime or the next one, I say, why not this one? There are so many living examples right now that have forged the path ahead of us that we can learn from. And the sooner one knows themselves, they're going to have their power back. And this is what we came here to create, 5D New Earth. And you want to have your power back, true power. And it's not going to come from what a lot of people have misidentified, power or success. If you want to be powerful, you're going to be unconditionally loving. And you want to be. It's like a kid on Christmas every day. You can't stop smiling because you finally have found the truth of your existence and who you truly are, your true self. You can't stop smiling. And you just want, you want to love everything and everybody. And you can't find anything imperfect. In God's perfect world, it's a whole different dimension. And most souls are going to, in the next 10 to 20 years, remember that, of why they came here, their purpose for existence. And it's exciting times. It feels to me like there's some major shifts happening. And I know perception is creation, so that's what I'm creating. John says, real, authentic truth. Yep, I'm glad you're still here. Oh, my one. This isn't a sermon from the deck. This is interactive, guys. My beautiful souls, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your insights, your questions. So if you catch this on the replay, don't be a creeper. This is a really good live stream. This is what the content we want to get out into the world. Authentic, true to our existence. Okay, this is the purpose of being. And I was at 5 years old, like, what's the mission? Let's get to the real mission. And when you finally do, like, it is, life spirals upwards like nothing else, truly. Yeah, so if you're watching this on the replay, say hi, where you're joining from, and I would love to hear your insights, very much so. So that's it. I think I'm going to go for another walk. I'm just not done. It is so nice today. So much love to you, and I will see you on the next video.